What's up, everybody? This is Wormwood, Semen Retention Body Gang. Coming back at you with another video. Hella exhausted. But hey, I got another video. In this video, I want to discuss another lie in the fitness industry and bodybuilding. Now, they got you thinking that you need to lift 1,000 pounds. That's the reason why I didn't want to go to Planet Fitness for years. I literally walked right by it and I looked and shook my head like I'd never go there. Why? Because I was under the illusion that you need these big heavy weights to get muscles. The more you lift, the bigger you're gonna get. So I skipped past the Planet Fitness in my neighborhood that was about half a mile by my house, right up the street, to go all the way to Gold's Gym with all these weird people, man. And not everybody in the gym was weird, but for some reason it was just a lot of damn weird people, man. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason I did that is because Gold Gym had all the big weights and the machines that had all of the heavy weights and all of the big creatine steroid drinking people was up in there. And I thought that I was going to just be getting swole and lifting 1,000 pounds like Larry Wills. But it never happened. And it still ain't happening. And I've done everything that I could do. I've done power lift training and deadlifts and all of that, and the only thing, I got a little bit stronger, but the only thing I did was hurt my joints, my back, damn near had a herniated disc. I remember one time I was doing some good mornings, somebody said, man, you gotta do them heavy, man, get your lower back strong. I did it, came back up, pinched my back. I was leaning to the side for like 2 weeks. It was so painful and irritating that I was crying and praying, man. I thought that I had osteoporosis or some shit like that. Sclerosis. No, not sclerosis. Not sclerosis. Whatever the hell. But anyway, but yeah though, man. Under the myth that you need all of this heavy weight, but when you look at cats that's in the Navy SEALs, when you look at cats that's in the penitentiaries that's doing it, when you look at cats like Goku Pump now, and other cats that's doing calisthenics, Hannibal for King, and all of these cats, you see that you really don't even need that. I seen a dude at the park, and he had one of the best backs I've ever seen. I've never even seen a back look like this on steroids in the gym. And guess what he did? He did pull-ups, all different types. He did bust them out, all different types of pull-ups, and the resistance bands. Resistance bands is so underrated, man. If you don't got no resistance bands, go get you some resistance bands. This is what you should be having just all the time. Some resistance bands, a weighted vest, whichever weight that don't make your shoulders hurt. I wear it a 40, and I just do it for calisthenics and stuff. A roller, an ab roller, and some of them push-up turn things. All of them things you can buy at Walmart, man. But you should have that on hand right now. Like a yoga mat, just bust it out, put it down there, and stuff like that. But all of these super heavy weights, they said they made us want to buy all these super heavy weights because they were selling them. They put Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, and all of these people who was lifting these heavy weights, but you got to remember they all under contract, which means they selling stuff. They were selling the heavy weights, It's so many garages now that you see with a gang of weights, like a gang of weights that's just collecting dust, because you will buy like four or six 45 plates and only use like 2 of them or 4 of them, depending on who you are. But I hope you see what I'm saying, that nobody in the gym touches the 110-pound weights unless they're competing and doing things like that. And don't get me wrong, super heavy weights and stuff does have its place in bodybuilding. But 9 times out of 10, you're not bodybuilding. You're trying to lose weight probably. Because if you're bodybuilding, this is the wrong channel, because I'm not talking about steroids. I'm not talking about protein drinks. We getting our protein naturally. We getting just as much as the protein drinks, except for we getting it real. I'm talking about clear skin, not bumpy skin. I'm not talking about depression or heart disease or none of that. If you want that type of bodybuilding, that's that way. You dig? But for over here, you're not going to be lifting all of them heavy ass weights, man, because for one, you're not going to be able to recover fast enough. And for two, your joints, man. Your joints is a real thing, man. You really do have joints and stuff, and you could mess them up, man, by lifting. Look at Ronnie Coleman, the king of the heavyweights. Look, I can end the video right there to tell you that you don't need to be lifting no heavy ass weights. The best bodies that I've ever seen was from repetition, more from repetition. Like the cats that be cycling. Some of the biggest legs on this planet comes from cyclers. For real, man. It's more repetition, man. These are the things that they don't want to tell you. Okay, why do they tell you to get the big weights? Why do they tell you to lift the big weights and to get a big look and stuff like that? It's because the companies want you to buy the weights, and then you get this size weight, then you get that size weight, and when you go to the gym, don't nobody be lifting the 100-pound dumbbells, except for like so many people. You see what I'm saying? Weights, heavy weights, is like a steroid. Because as soon as you stop using them, you're gonna notice. Start on a program of heavy weights and get some size from it. My mouth is super dry. Get some size from the heavy weights, and then stop lifting the heavy weights for like 2 months. And see what happens. You're gonna see a big difference. It's gonna be like the weights is like a supplement. For real, heavy weights are like a supplement. As soon as you stop using them, they go away. Versus calisthenics and body weight and weights that you can control, where you can control the weights. Weights, yes, lift weights and lift them heavier than average. What I'm talking about don't do is the Larry Wells. That's a lie, man. That's a lie. Now he coming out that he's all on steroids and all this. It was always a lie, man. To sell weights, to sell weight belts. Man, if you know anything about business, yes, you see a weight belt and you'd be like, hey, a weight belt business, okay. But then when you really know business and you start calculating all the weight belts that was sold just so people can lift heavy weights, you realize that it's been $1 billion business, man. You feel me? Lift weight belts, hand straps. You need all of this stuff. It's not like you can just go and just lift some super heavy weights. Look what Ronnie Coleman have on. He got the belt, he got the suit, the tight suit, he got the strap. I be seeing people up in the gym with all that. I'm like, man, you just spent like $200 just to lift some weights that's gonna break your damn back and not even give you, and I'm gonna be swollen than you, man. I'm about to do this calisthenics, man. See, you've been lied to. It's a shame, man. Them cats back in the day, they used to do a gang of push-ups. They used to lift heavy weights, but it wasn't nothing to where their veins was popping out their head. Something like 12 reps. 12 reps from like 6, 8, 12, like that area right there, you probably can get away with 10. You probably can get away with, but once you start doing like 4 reps, 2 reps, and all that, you ain't doing nothing, man. You ain't doing nothing. You look like you doing something, but you ain't doing nothing, man. I remember this bodybuilder in Gold's Gym in Long Beach. He was like, "Hey man, you got what it take to be a bodybuilder." I was like, "Nah, man, y'all fools are strong." He was like, "Nah. You ain't gotta be strong. You just gotta look strong." And I was like, "Oh," we started laughing. And he was really serious, man. You go to these gyms, man, and I've worked out next to Big Grammy, right next to Big Grammy. No, he didn't know me, and I didn't know him, and we wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? But I worked out next to Big Grammy, seeing his routine. I worked out next to Fit Fearless X up in Phoenix, EOS gym. Fit Fearless, that's on here. Geo Wave, the dude with the long hair, the Filipino dude, he used to work out at Crunch Fitness up in downtown Long Beach. He wasn't like a workout person like that, but I got a story about him. I'm gonna make that story next, man. It's him. That's gonna be called Handsome Man Gang versus Body Gang. Me against him, Geo Wave. I worked out next to Robert Timms. Man, that fool was the biggest dude that I'd ever seen in my life. I was looking like a little kid, like, man, that nigga back was so big you could play dominoes on that motherfucker. I felt little than a motherfucker. He just got second place in the Texas Pro Classic Physique, Mr. Classic Physique. He didn't like me, man. He used to like talk shit, be under his breath. But he cool though. He cool. He didn't even know. I'm rooting for him. I'm like, look, he was hating on me. The champ was hating on me. He don't even know that though. You feel me? I worked out next to a grip of dudes, man, and I say that to say all of them that I see, except for Robert Timms. He used to get down, man, like a crazy motherfucker. But the rest, even Big Grammy, they didn't do all that crazy stuff, man. It's a lie, man. Even Lee Haney said, stimulate, don't annihilate. And that was the last of that beautiful era into the bebop and rock steady era. That's what era this is of bodybuilding. It went from the golden, beautiful art, Leonardo da Vinci. It went from Leonardo da Vinci to Leonardo the Ninja Turtle, because these niggas injected themselves with so much shit that they look like bebop and rock steady, man. You hear what I'm saying? And that's who you getting your advice from. You getting your advice from bebop and rock steady. Just think about that. Would you say, hey, bebop and rock steady, how you work out? They gonna tell you how fucking pig and the rhinoceros human being type mixture hybrid work out. They can't tell you how the God work out and you get that statue look, which, man, you can get it, man, but your version of it, but you can get it. You hear what I'm saying? That's the myth, man. Lifting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. How can you tell how much you should be lifting? What's the zone that you should be getting in to where you getting the maximum growth? I'm exhausted. To get in the maximum growth, put the weights. If you can do 8 of them, you got it. If you get on there and you can do 4 of them, lighten the load, man. You're just trying to look cute. If you get on there and you can do 20 of them, put a little bit more on. Do your experiment, man. Adjust it to where you can do like 8 or 10. Like 6, 8, 10, 12, around that area. Let's just say 8 or 10. And that's how much you should lift, man. If you wake up in the morning and you feel like your back is broke, don't do that shit again, man, because your back almost broke. Peace.